What is going on, everybody? Jonathan's in the house already. Forgive me. I couldn't access YouTube for like an hour after the game. Even I was trying to set up the live stream towards the end of the game, and it wouldn't let me do it. So, and I reached out to a couple other channels. They said there's something going on with YouTube, some type of glitch. So, but it seems to have corrected itself. So, but the Yankees, yeah, Jonathan, Yankees did lose 5-4, and it's just they say, with the exception of the bottom part of the lineup, right? Jose Trevino, Alex Verdugo, and Oswaldo Cabrera. The rest of the bats were relatively quiet. So, dang, what's happening, my man? Yeah, I mean, this is the third consecutive loss for the Yankees. They're 12-6, right? And it's it is what it is. So they've got to get they got to right the ship. They're taking a little. Hey, Jack Dedios, what's good? Stephen B. Rogues for you. It's too early for doubts to be coming back, bro. But if you have doubts, then go right ahead. This is one reason I said earlier it would be a wise idea to rest a couple guys here and there, a day here, a day here. And I got a lot of flack from people telling me it's not the time to rest. Resting's not going to help them. This is 160 game. This is 162 game season. Okay, we're 18 games in. If you rest these guys once every 20 games, let's just say, they're still going to play 150 games. And I mean, you could rest on days that Stanton doesn't play. You DH Judge, you put Trent Grisham in the outfield, right? You take no dip in defense, and you're keeping you're keeping Judge's bat in the lineup. And Trent Grisham's an elite defender. So, and he needs more playing time in order to actually hit. So, just like Austin Wells, I think he needs to be starting more than Jose Trevino. I don't think Trevino's going to lose his defensive prowess, but we need Austin Wells' bat to pick up. So, and again, we need Gleyber Torres' bat to pick up, and way too many defensive lapses are not, making it any easier. So, yeah, Mrs. Rhodes, that's what I'm saying. This is obvious. A couple guys need a day off here and there. It's okay. These guys are major leaguers and they're playing a long season. You DH them here and there. You give them an off day here and there. And again, I would rather have fresh players than fatigued players. This is a long season. They have to have some type of regular semblance of rest. I'm not saying multiple games in a row, but a game here and a game there is a good idea to help preserve their bodies, help preserve their legs. Daniel Barry, Sunil's in the house. No. The Yankees have to make some adjustments defensively too. Anthony Rizzo, even Anthony Volpe, Gleyber Torres. So they got to make some adjustments. So they got to get to the lab and start working here. So they do have an off day Thursday, so that'll be good. That'll be good. But tomorrow will be good again. I mean, they did fight back towards the end, so it makes me feel like they're probably going to win tomorrow, even though they've lost a series, their first series in the season. That was going to happen at some point too. So, yeah, it's not even a message, Brian. It's not a retaliatory thing. It's just they need rest on occasion. And Judge, remember, he did miss 10 games at the end of the spring training. He's behind everybody. And on occasion, he's smashing the ball, and he hit the ball deep a couple times today. But it's not like he's swinging wildly and then swinging just desperately. But it's okay to give him a day off. It's like it's okay to give Soto a day off. I love to watch Soto play, but he needs a day off on occasion too. This is basic common sense baseball, sports, and it's okay. And I would do it. I'm telling you, Demon D, that's right, man. Well, yeah, they have to score. Yeah, Rose. Yeah, and we have the bottom of the lineup doing all the heavy lifting tonight. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Torres. So, I don't know what's going on with Torres. He's in a funk right now. He's got to come out of it. So, I'm confident that he will. Just gonna have to be patient. And again, long season, long season. I'm not discouraged either, Brandon Moore. Just this happens. This is part of baseball. The best teams are going to have funks. Dodgers are going to have funks. A lot of these other teams are going to have funks. Orioles, funks. It's just going to happen. And Judge is having pretty good at bats. He's hitting the ball. He's just not, getting under it the way we normally know he can get under it. But he will. Will. 18 games the excuse for Judge. Rose, you're just making up justifications. Okay? He's 10 games behind. Timing is not there yet. Doesn't matter 18 games. He's still working from behind. This is not an excuse. This is common sense. It's like, why do folks make up excuses to criticize Boone all the time, criticize Cashman all the time? They're 12-6. They're way ahead of what we thought they would be. Okay, but people come up with excuses all the time. Boone, same thing. Cashman, same thing. Right? You can defend the players. You can point out stuff that's obvious. It does take time to get your timing here, and hitters have to get their timing. They're generally behind pitchers. He is getting under the ball. He's hitting the ball a little bit better, like he hit on 470-foot home run 2 days ago. So he's there. He's just not. He's not rolling yet. He hasn't gotten into a groove yet. Kevin Smith, yeah, probably. And again, Jahmai Jones is in there too. This is where you give the starters a rest. And I understand DJ's not back yet, and Oswald Praz is not back yet, and all so on and so forth. But they have other guys that they can afford to give guys a day in here and there. Like when DJ comes back, it makes it easier for them to sit Rizzo if they want, right? So even though he hit the ball hard twice, he got robbed twice today in left field. So I don't think he's far off either. But Torres did score 2 of our runs. Yeah, he didn't drive into, but he scored 2. Alex Verdugo hit 2 doubles. So Rodon, he wasn't effective. He wasn't efficient. He didn't get tattooed, but he had 101 pitches in 4 innings. We need him to be better than that. Now, he had 2 good starts before this with a 175 ERA. So he just didn't have it tonight. I don't. It's just one game. It's too late. It's too early to say like he's done. He's a bum. Like that's a pointless endeavor, right? So there are things that need to be addressed, like Torres, like Stephen B. Yeah, mental lapses. Again, it has hurt them, and he needs to regain focus here. They need to work with him. Whatever they need to do, they need to work with him. So and yeah, I mean, look, Volpe was doing better in the middle of the lineup. And like you could when John Birdie comes back, he's got speed. You can lead him off. So I put Volpe in the middle of the lineup. You bat Torres and lower in the lineup until he starts hitting. That's the way it's got to be. And again, you could bat Judge second, Soto third. I mentioned that earlier in the season as well. I don't think I don't think those guys care, but they haven't figured out. The lineup is consistent for the most part, but they'll make some adjustments here and there. And it would be likely a different lineup tomorrow, Jonathan. I would agree. But yeah, I mean, Torres a day off would be a smart idea. You have people you could play in his place. We'll see, Sunil. We'll see what happens with the lead. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to be in first place right now, but they are. So, but I'd rather them have adversity now and get through it. Figure out how this team can get through adversity. That last year's team didn't figure that out. They never got through it. They just stunk. So, and we all know that, Brandon, about Cole's elbow. There's nothing we don't know about it right now. He's throwing, and then he's taking a day off. He's throwing, he's taking a day off. He's feeling good. But until he's back on the mound, okay, we'll be cautious. We have to be cautious. So, and I would not rush him back. I would not rush him back. If they flip flop Judge and Soto, I mean that's fine by me. Yeah, it did suck, Clemenza. It did. Yeah. But yeah, I mean they did start fighting back towards the end. They just too many opportunities they didn't capitalize on. So I'm hoping um, that they beat the Jays tomorrow. I'm almost that they beat the Jays tomorrow, so that's what I'm hoping before they start. I think they get Milwaukee after that, and then the Baltimore Orioles. So um, Judge has protection. He does. The guys that are protecting him are hitting better than him. He needs to be protecting his teammates. He has protection already, Sunil. He's not protecting Stanton. He's not protecting Soto. So, and he's also not, wherever he bats, second or third. Unfortunately, he's not doing his part just yet. It may take him a little longer. It happens, right? But infield, yeah, Yankee baseball, the infield defense needs to tighten up for sure. There's no doubt. There's no denying that. None at all. They have to. It's too early right now, Bill. He's not off to a good start. That's for sure. Wait, he's not off to a good start. No. We'll see if the Providence offense. I don't know, Brian. I don't know. They got a much better offense, but they still have to figure out a way to gel. Right? They were gelling early on. This is their first bit of adversity, and they're still 12-6. So they have to figure it out. No. Next year, defense, I would imagine, is going to upgrade Mello with guys like Yorbit Vivas and some other folks. Like, it's another year from Roderick Garris. I don't see him being up yet, Roderick Garris, but probably 2026. But, um, you know, why change what, Brian? They had to change the offense. They had to add to it. Their offense was dreadful last year. No, it hasn't fallen off a cliff. It's too early in the season to be panicking. Way too early. Wait, they're 12-6. We don't need to panic right now. Okay? Haven't fallen off a cliff yet. They did win the series before against the Jays. Now the Jays are paying them back in their home. It's no surprise. I've said this a couple days ago. The Blue Jays were going to play them hard in Toronto. They always do. They generally outperform the Yankees in Toronto. It's no surprise. They haven't made any drastic changes to the lineup, Brian. Guys just got cold. What are the drastic changes they've made? They pulled Cabrera and they won all those games. And then Cabrera came back and he's still hitting. That didn't hurt them pulling Cabrera. They had to do that. He's a not a good defender in the infield. Birdie was a much better defender. That's why they had him in there because they had ground ball pitchers. They needed that defense. Okay, swap leadoff and it didn't hurt them. Volpe's batting better in leadoff than Torres is. You know. No, they didn't work the pitcher today. They had opportunities to work Kikuchi. They didn't do it. Unfortunately, they didn't do it. But they got to win tomorrow. So Neil, yeah, we've already discussed that too. Like I would imagine they're going to investigate trading Torres if that has to. But if he sucks, he doesn't have any trade value. So what are you going to get back for him? They're not going to get a starting pitcher back for him. There's no way in the world if he's not playing well. So Yorbit Vivas is well, he fractured his orbital bone. If he hit a foul ball off his eye, I don't know if he's back yet in AAA, but I imagine he is. But I think he's going to be one of the. He's probably going to be Gleyber Torres' replacement at second base. I'm guessing, unless they move Volpe at some point there, but I don't think that's going to happen. I can't see Volpe moving off of shortstop until Roderick Arias is ready. You know? Yeah, and the Yankees have to do. Yeah, I think the Yankees have to try their best to maintain the lead or increase it whenever they can. And right now they're not doing it. But again, first place teams lose too. They lose too. So it's just unfortunately it's part of the game, you know. And let's see, let's just take a look here. Standings. Dodgers, who everybody's giving them the World Series to, they are 11-8. 11-8. The Yankees have the best record in all of baseball. All of baseball. 12-6. Then you got Baltimore 11-6. You got Cleveland's 12-5. So Cleveland's 12-5. And we beat up Cleveland pretty good. And Texas is in the first place in the West with 9-9. So the Yankees are in a good spot. So might be soon CW, and that wouldn't be any surprise. They were projected to win the division, to run away with it. So and again, we are in the first 20% of the season. Not even. That's way too early. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's nearly crazy, dude. I don't. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Beater's up soon. No, but yeah, they haven't looked good the last couple games. They looked sloppy defensively, and like we need Marcus Stroman to give us a little bit of length tomorrow. So I hope he does. Clayton Beater, I don't know what he's going to be here, but he has been developed as a starter. He can be a swing man. He can be a reliever too. So, but he's been throwing some pretty big games in AAA. So we'll see, CWA. We'll see. This was not Rodon's best game, Billy. He had two other good games. Today was not his best game at all. So, 101 pitches in 4 innings today was way too much. So way too much, and he's gotta work on that. But again, Blue Jays did their job. They worked the pitcher. The Yankees did not work the pitcher. So, mhm. Yeah, probably with his repertoire and profile, he does project to be probably a reliever, long reliever, spot starter. Um, not Adam Warren, Will Warren, excuse me, projects to be a starter. Will Warren, but yeah, we need Stroman to step up tomorrow. So, and if anybody can do that, it's him. Yeah, they might CW. We'll see. We won't know until it actually happens. Cashman doesn't leak. He just prowls quietly. Remember, they did trade for JT Brubaker, who was a starter for the Pirates. So they did add him a couple weeks ago. So they've already added arms depth here to, you know, not have to rush Garrett Cole back, which is good. Quietly stockpiling arms. They need to do that for these particular reasons. You know, I don't think so, Billy. I think I said this earlier. Like I say the same thing with Jason Dominguez. When he comes back, he has to earn his spot. They're not going to sit somebody for Dominguez just like that. Just like when DJ comes back, they're not going to sit somebody for DJ just like that. He's got to earn his spot back. He's older. He's a veteran. I know he's on a high contract and blah, 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 but he's got to be better than the person that he's going to be replacing, period. No, I'm not worried about Judge CWA. Yeah, JT Brubaker he could bring some nice value here. He could, dang. Why would I be worried about Judge? That's it, Clemens. I mean, it's the way it's got to be this way. Like, the same standard applies to, there's so many people just think Jason Dominguez is going to be handed somebody's spot. Like, they're going to trade Verdugo for Jason Dominguez. Like, what planet are we living on? That's not going to happen. Like, really. So, yeah, we'll see, Tim. We'll see. But this lineup is currently in the funk, James. Yeah, but this lineup is built to not have extended funks. So I do expect him to snap out of it sooner than later. Mm, I don't know. If he earns it over Cabrera, then he plays over Cabrera. So, but if Cabrera's hot bat, they won't sit him for DJ. I mean, DJ's a better defender, but if Cabrera stays warm, consistent, then it doesn't make sense to sit DJ. I mean, it doesn't make sense to play DJ right over Cabrera and just say Cabrera. Doesn't make any sense at this point. So, Nick Birdie, yeah, from the Pirate system, yes, he is. Yes, sir, he is. So, well, we'll see. I mean, they got the Milwaukee Brewers next, so we'll see what happens there. DJ could, I mean, he could take, yeah, like I could see him. Melo, that's a good point. If Torres isn't playing, I could see them sitting Torres and playing DJ instead of sitting Cabrera and playing DJ. That is a good point. It's a very good point. Yeah, Torres got some work to do to regain their trust, man. Yeah, Stephen, exactly. And he's hitting the ball better. It's not finding the wall yet. I mean, he's got a couple of big time home runs, but he hasn't gone on the roll yet, on a run yet. So, and I'm confident that he will. But DJ batting in the bottom third of the lineup would, yeah, that's where I would bat him. I wouldn't have him lead off. Mm. Like I would not move Volpe from the leadoff spot for DJ. I wouldn't do it. Not right now. I think so too. I think Torres knows the Yankees are not resigning him. Yeah, and his defense has cost him games, even the last couple years. You know, get the Rays in Oakland before Milwaukee, do we? So okay, you might be right. Let's have a look and see. They play tomorrow. Then do they play on Thursday? No, they're off Thursday. That's right. Rose said they're off. And you're right. The Rays come to town. The Rays come to New York and play the Yankees in the Bronx. But yes, I mean Torres does have some work to do to increase his value. Yep, his free agent value and his trade value, both, both. You know, but he could be the defensive replacement for Torres. DJ could be Stephen. That's a yes, he could. The Rays will be tough. Yeah, I know they will. No doubt about it. They're always tough again on the Yankees. So, well, not necessarily. Chet. They're not using their bench. That's the problem. Playing, Trent Grisham once every 5 games is not enough to get him going. And they're not even playing Jahmai Jones, and John, what do you call it? John Birdie is already on the IL, so they needed him. Now they've got Kevin Smith there, so their bench is incomplete right now. But what's the point of having this good bench if you're not going to play him? You know, and that's why again you can sit Torres or even DH Torres one day if you're not like there's a lot of different things you could do. You could DH Torres and play DJ at second, like on a day that Stanton might not play. So you can move these guys around. You know. But right now, Gleyber Torres has some work to do. He does have some work to do. You know. Tim Curry, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I mean, AL West, man, 9-9 is first place in AL West right now with the Texas Rangers. 9-9, baby. So, you know, that's the way it's going to be. Well, Trevino carried most of the offense today, Chet. So why would he not? Wells was sitting on the bench, but again, Trevino did drive in, I think, 2 runs tonight. Was responsible for 2 of them. So, you're not going to sit that when he's probably the only guy who was driving in runs. Nah, they're not going to DFA Glaber. So, that's not going to happen. They're not going to DFA him. They're going to get something back for him before DFAing him. You DFA him, he's not going to get any value back. They get nothing back for him. No, they won't do that. Not at 27. Now, when because if he gets hot, then it's complete. And I do think he'll get hot, but like I'd hate to DFA him, let some team pick him up, and then he gets hot for someone else, especially an American League rival. That would suck. That would suck. Huh. They'll figure something out, Johnson, with the lineup. We'll see what they do. But like I said, like shaking up the lineup, but keeping the players in it doesn't make them any less tired. I would still give a DH day or a rest day to these guys on occasion. Infuse some regular rest of some sort to these guys. It has to happen. They need it. Last thing I want is for these guys to be dead in the second half of the season. You know, Torres is in his own head right now. That's for sure. He knows he's in a contract here too. He's in his own head. Yeah. Well, that's what I said to you. You bench Glaber. Yes, I mean, there's nothing wrong with benching him. He needs a day, at least a day to clear his own freaking head, get out of his own head. There's no doubt about it, man. You know. Yeah, I mean, we're 18 games into the season, game. We have 144 left. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Plenty. Vivas, yeah. I mean, I didn't think Vivas was going to be up here anyway. Right now in the majors. So, I mean, with Torre, I mean, he could be a more yeah, strikes on NFE. YouTube righted itself, I guess. I don't know, it was some glitch. I couldn't access it. Now we're accessing it, man. But dude, like, what do you think, brother? What do you think, NFE? But yeah, I mean, Vivas, he's definitely a guy. Like I would not have Vivas up here unless he's playing on a regular basis. I'd rather keep him in AAA, play him on a regular basis, so he can continue to develop and be ready to replace a guy like Gleyber Torres next year. So, yeah, cruise control, 13-6 sounds much better to me, baby. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Heck yeah, man. I was saying what you thought about you know, dude, I'm glad that YouTube is working again. So, so it's a little bit later stream than usual, but I couldn't access it for like an hour. So, but we're talking about like today. A lot of folks think that this is the 2023 team. A lot of folks are expressing their frustrations and concerns. And we were talking about potentially benching Gleyber Torres, and which I don't think is a bad idea. Um, and like I told you earlier, so resting some guys on occasion, one game. I'm not saying 5 games, just a one game here and there helps to rest their body, clear their head, and give them a chance to recharge a little bit. So even if it's partial rest, even if it's like you give Judge a DH game once a week and you give him a day off on occasion, if you sit him and give him a full day off every 20 games, he's still playing 150 games. It's a lot of games. So yeah, he did take a foul ball to the eye. So I don't know when Vivas is coming back. I mean, but when he does, he needs to, play regularly. So they are missing DJ's defense. Yeah, I mean, again, DJ's leadership too. But you know, like I said earlier, I would not just sit Cabrera because DJ's back. Like DJ needs to show that he's ready to go. So, and um, Chet made a reply earlier. Like, I would sit Gleyber Torres for DJ before I would sit Cabrera for DJ. You know, but yeah, at this point, you sit Gleyber Torres if you need to. You know, I'm telling you, man. So it's just there's a lot of frustrated Yankee fans because they've lost 3 in a row now. A lot of some people are running around with their hair on fire. So, and yeah, I think it's way too early for panic. But you know, Yeah, I don't know strikes. I mean, like Jermaine Jones. Why not using? Why not using? Um, I understand Trent Grisham is a little bit of a different story because it's hard to like Soto's rolling. Verdugo's solid and Judge is solid. Judge is about to heat up, so I understand. But this is like on a day where Stanton's off, you DH Judge, you put Grisham in center field. Period. He's got to play more often in order for his bat to come around. We know he's here for his elite glove, but his bat's pretty decent too. But he can't get his timing and his bat speed back if he's not playing. So, um, but yeah, and I agree with Stephen B too. I think we should start Wells more often than Trevino, even though Trevino was pretty solid today, drove in 2 runs. So he was him and Cabrera responsible for much of the production tonight for the Yankees. Um, and good for them. The bottom of this lineup today was the most productive. Even Verdugo, 2 doubles. So, you know, I do not feel that way, chat. Stepping on his turf. No, I don't feel that way. I think Judge is a grown up. And he went to bat. He went to bat for Soto to come here. He did. And Soto's been nothing but respectful to his teammates. He's been nothing but helpful to his teammates. So, um, I don't think it's going to be an ego thing for Judge. Yeah, but maybe some people feel that way, chat. You know, anybody in here feel that way? That Judge thinks that Soto's stepping on his toes? Um, you know, 2 of the top 5 players in baseball on the same team. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Um, but yeah, I could just once Judge is rolling and Soto's rolling, I think this is going to be a pretty damn dangerous lineup. No. That's a great point, Billy. That's a freaking fantastic point. This is Aaron Judge, not Alex Rodriguez. Yep. This is not, you know, butthurt ego and all this. I need to be the alpha male and blah blah blah. Get out of here with that baloney. You know, yeah. Yeah. If anybody can work together as a duo, it's those two. And there's no better. I can't think of any better duo than freaking Judge and Soto. It'd be fantastic. Yeah, man, we do need him to come around. Like his bat, like he's getting under the ball. He's hitting it a little bit better, but he's still not on the spot just yet, NFE. So, but when he's on the spot, I think he'll go on a tear at some point. So, and and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I think once he goes on a tear, I think Soto's the type of player that will kind of go with him. You know what I mean? Instead of being closed off, he's gonna be like, "No, judge him. Well, I'm not good hitting, blah blah blah." Like that. That's the era now. I think they'll be a great duo. You know, and again, Anthony Rizzo looks like he's close. He had 2 balls solid yesterday today to left field, and he was robbed twice. He could have had 2 doubles, and he got robbed. So yeah, Roy. Yeah, I mean, man, A Roy was self-inflicted, man. Like he was a Hall of Fame talent. He did not need the juice at all. I, you know, unfortunate. He did not need the juice. He was massively insecure though. Like, but he didn't need to be. He didn't really need to be. He's a better player than Derek Jeter was, and he also showed a willingness to move to third base. He was a better shortstop than Jeter. There's zero doubt in the world. Okay, but you know, Jeter was the captain of the team. A Rod was never going to be the man here, and just unfortunately, moving Cabrera up and alive. I would move Cabrera up, and move Torres down. That's not a bad idea, Anafee. Yeah, I mean, I can move Cabrera up to 6, and then you can move Torres down to 8, and then put the catcher at 9. So you can definitely do it. Can definitely do it. Making like Verdugo, you could do Verdugo 6, Cabrera 7, or Cabrera 6, Verdugo 7. I'm fine with either one, and then Torres 8 right now, and then the catcher at 9. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hesitate to move Torres down until his bat wakes up. So I have no problem moving Cabrera up in a lineup as long as he keeps progressing, as long as he keeps hitting. His defense needs to get better too, though. But in terms of the lineup, you know, um, it's yeah, Glaber. Yeah, I mean, Glaber needs to right him. He needs to right his ship, man. Second hand, he definitely needs to right his ship, right? So, and again, like he's making it harder for a team to give him 9 figures. Yeah. Ask the question on FCON. I definitely don't go on X for a lot of. You don't get a lot of common sense on X, you know. But his bat is justifying right now batting higher in the lineup than Torres. I mean, is there any doubt? I definitely don't go to X for a lot of valuable insight. You know, there's a couple of people who bring some good insight on there, but not many that I can see. No. Well, Billy, yeah, I mean, yeah, A Rod was a superior player in pretty much every regard to Jeter, but Jeter was in his head, man. Jeter was way in his head, A Rod. So, and A Rod, got in his own way too often, and Jeter did not. He was the man in New York, and A Rod was not going to take that away from him. So, and he came off on a bad. He got off to like off on the wrong foot here when he started to criticize Jeter before he got traded here. Like, what are you doing, man? So he put his foot in his mouth way too often, and I don't understand it, but it's crazy. Yeah, the consiglieri's in the house. There he is. It takes production away from the bottom of the line. I understand that, right? But I think playing Wells more often will get some more production there. And if you start to get production out of Gleyber Torres from the bottom of the lineup, and then you have Cabrera a little higher up producing, then that's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So, but I understand people's argument there. But again, we're not getting production from Torres anywhere. And I would rather move right now. If you can move Cabrera up and have him driving guys like Stanton, and he'll be closer to the other run producers who get on base more often, you might have a chance to manufacture more runs at this point. So it might be worth the venture. So I think it's a solid idea. I really do. Uh, yes, again, he is drawing comparisons to Javi Baez, right? And it's unfortunate, but it's true. You're absolutely right, man. And like last thing you want is to be thought of as a disinterested player, especially if you want a 9-figure deal. This ain't gonna help you, you know, which is crazy. You know. Yeah, Cabrera batting 6 or 7. That's a better spot for him. Like better spot for him. But I'm with you there too, Anthony. I'm with you on that one. It's just it makes more sense. And then if Wells starts hitting a little bit better, and you have Birdie here, like you have some of these other guys that put the ball to play, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. And once our top 6 are firing on all cylinders too, that's going to be even better. Torres is definitely in his own head constantly. But Judge, I think, is going to come around. He had 2 balls pretty solid today, but he's not. His bat's not there yet. His timing isn't there yet. So we need a little bit. He needs some more time. He needs some more time. Uh, I think so Neil, it's a good comparison. He does bring the Ricky Day energy. He really does. No. And yeah, Birdie's hurt. Yeah, he had a groin. I think it's a groin strain, right? He's on the IL. So, and when he comes back, though, he needs to get some playing time. He's an elite defender in the infield, and he's one of the fastest people on the team. So, he's one of these guys that needs to get regular playing time or more regular playing time, just like Frank Grisham. He needs to get someone more regular playing time too. But notice one thing: they are resting Judge like every, I don't know, 4 games or 5 games or something like that, and DHing him obviously. So, right now he's staying more healthy. So that regular rest and obviously he's made some physical changes to his body and his agility. So that matters too. But he's staying healthier right now, which is a good thing. You know. Volpe, Soto, Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, Verdugo, Cabrera, Torres. I would do that. I would. You can sign me up for that, NFA. Yeah, you can sign me up for that. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't really disagree with you. Like, I was hitting should be moved. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it will happen. You look at the lineups of like Mattingly, Winfield, Ruth Gehrig. They all went through stretches like this, all of them. So they won't be, that bad for that long, but they will have some adversity. So, but like, they are drawing walks, and but we're not getting clutch hitting yet from Judge. We're not getting any hitting from Torres. So Rizzo's hitting the ball hard, but they're finding gloves. So, we have a couple guys that are not far away. We need them to be closer, or we need them to be hitting better. So, I think I think they're not that far off constantly. I really do. But again, which like I said earlier, I don't know if you heard me, but like giving everybody a rest day on occasion, even Soto, right? Torres, like all of them. I want these guys fresh, not fatigued. So we need that. We need that for sure. No. Yeah, Bassett and Kikuchi, yeah. 2 guys that are tough on the Yankees all the time. If it's all the time. They got Gausman tomorrow. They hit Gausman pretty good. Hopefully they'll do it again tomorrow. So, um, but yeah, they were clutch the first 10 games of the season, and we need them to start firing on all cylinders again, on most cylinders. So hopefully it's much sooner than later. But again, like this is what happens when the team is facing adversity, their first little stretch of losses, and again, happens. What happens? I got Stroman tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow, yeah. Orioles have Dean Kremer versus Alec Marsh. They're playing the Royals. The Royals are actually surprisingly pretty good. Kansas City, oh yeah, they're 11-6 right now. Though they got the same record as the Orioles. Same record as Orioles. So Yankees don't have an ace right now. He'll be back soon. But yeah, a lot of aces are on the IL. Most of the aces around baseball are out on the IL. No, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm fine with the Verdugo on left field. Like, I was saying earlier, like if you give Stanton a day off, then you DH Judge, and then you put Grisham in center field. That way, there's no loss in defense in center field, but you keep Judge's bat in the lineup. So That's an ideal situation switch here, position switch. So, but I'm not really worried about Verdugo. Yeah, Stroman versus Gossman tomorrow. It'll be a good game. Yeah. The channel trolls will be out for sure. So now you know that the trolls will always be out. Daniel Bard is hurt. I think he might be done for the season, Jack. Yeah. Well, Volpe's doing okay. He's doing better than Torres was at leadoff. So I don't know if they'll change it again, but say, um, yeah, but he's already proven himself, Volpe. He's doing better this year. He's got much better plate discipline. So that switch, I think, was more about trying to jumpstart Torres back in the middle of the lineup, which is not really working for Torres. So I think it's a Torres problem more than it is a Volpe problem. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think Volpe will be fine no matter where he bats. You know, Judge is not a very good defender in left field, unfortunately. So, and I mean, Verdugo is an elite defender in left field. He's an elite defender. So, but we'll see. You know, Verdugo is money in left field. He's money. Would I, be okay? You can even DH Soto and play Stanton in right field. You have that option too, and you still keep Judge in center if you want to do that. So, like, there are options here that they can utilize, and hopefully they will. Because again, guys need half days here, full days on occasion too. Got to keep these guys healthy. Got to keep. We had the injury bug way too much last year and the year before, and we don't want to do that now with the roster the way it is. The roster being so much better. Last thing we want is all these guys to be hurt. So I'm hoping that when DJ comes back, he can be productive. I'm hoping that when these other guys come back, they can be productive. So that still remains to be seen. And I would not rush Jason Dominguez back. I would not rush Garrett Cole back. So I'd be methodical with them. Very methodical. NBA the playoff games. I'll watch some of the Knicks, Sunil. I'll watch some of the Knicks. That's probably the only ones I'll watch. NBA playoffs. Probably the only one. Hmm. So that's who I'm going to watch, Sunil, in terms of basketball. And I do think that the Knicks have a good chance to make a deep playoff run here. Yeah. Who do they draw? Did they draw the Sixers? The Knicks? Who do they draw? Let's see. Mm, no, the Heat draw the Sixers. The Knicks are a 2 seed, right? So they have a bye in the first round. Is that right? Mm, yeah. I don't know who the Knicks draw yet, but hit the Sixers. If the Knicks play the Sixers, then I'm gonna go to one of those games. I think. But I like the way this Knicks team is, playing. It's a really good team. Has a lot of fire, a lot of good basketball. A lot of without these super duper $50 million players. So it's nice to see. It really, really is. You know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Knicks they got a decent shot at making it pretty far on the Eastern Conference. So I mean, the Celtics are going to be a pretty formidable opponent. So pretty formidable opponent. So the Stros, yeah, the Stros keep losing, man. They're reeling, Astros, man. They really are. They really, really are. Yeah, that's It's there's a lot of teams that are just not, you know, are not doing it right now. They're not doing it. So the Knicks are very exciting to watch, Jonathan. Mhm. But I'm not, you know, sleeping on my Yankees. You sleep on them, and all of a sudden they start to turn this around, and you're going to miss a lot of good stuff. That's why, like I say it every year. I'm going to ride with them through the good and the bad. I'm a ride or die with my Yankees, no doubt, no about it. So no matter what anybody says, I'm riding or die with them. Yep. So, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, they got the Rays and the A's. You watch the A's play strong against the Yankees, probably. Oh boy. hmm By the way, next Thursday, who do the Yankees? Do the Yankees play next Thursday? Um, they play the A's. I will not be live next Thursday night because I will be at the draft and NFL draft. Yeah. Yeah, right after Blue Jay series, the Rays come to the Bronx, and then the A's come, and then it's Milwaukee and then Baltimore. So, a tough month, the Yankees. Tough month, man. Josh Hader ain't playing pitching well. No, I don't think Jack. I don't think there'll be a fire sale. I could see them potentially trading Alex Bregman if they keep plummeting. I mean, they just extended Altuve, and then they extended what's his name, Jordan Alvarez, and now they want to extend that kid Kyle Tucker. So I don't know about a fire sale. Like those players, I don't think. I mean, they may move Framber Valdez, maybe a Verdugo, but I can't see them doing a mass fire sale yet. Jack, that's just my opinion, though. Yeah, a lot of fans wanted Josh Hader. A lot of folks were pushing for him pretty hard. Clay Holmes is not a real closer. He pitches to contact. Look at Josh Hader. Mm, yeah, yeah. No, Stanton doesn't need to go. It's good to see Stanton running better. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. But he needs to run it all the way through. That's for damn sure too. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of folks wanted Blake Snell. A lot of folks said, Yamamoto would be the savior. We got fed this nonstop Yamamoto talk for months. They said it would be the offseason would be a failure without Yamamoto. Well, I could care less. People are already just fixated on this guy Roki Sasaki. Fixated on him. But that's what happens. That's what happens. And yeah, no, he's not gonna be cut, Joe. That's a wasted conversation. Dylan Cease decent, yeah, but not worth Spencer Jones and Chase Hampton. No way, no way. But they do have to tighten up the infield defense. 100% peanut, 1,000%, brother. They definitely need to tighten up the infield defense. Yeah, there's no doubt about that, man. No doubt about it. Yeah, you might be right, Billy. Yeah, let me go to the Angels. Yeah, snuck in the Yankee Stadium when the monuments were on the field. That was back in the day, Richie. Yeah. I remember I don't remember what years it were. Was it in the 70s, 60s when the monuments were inside the stadium? That was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Uh, but it was true. It was there. hmm Uh, Yeah, same here. Let's strike zone. Same here, bro. And again, that international money there at 6.2 million for next year. So, and they're already connected for you know, um, what do you call it? They're connected to a lot of the top international players in the next 2 years. So I don't see them really signing a lot of guys with QOs like Corbin Burns and some of these other guys because they would lose opportunities to sign these young kids. So um, yeah, I second hand I do think Shota Minaga is probably going to be. I predicted he's probably going to be one of the, or if not the best Japanese pitcher this year in baseball in the majors. In Minaga, yeah, yeah, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Again, um, when DJ does come back, what do you folks want to do with him? How would you utilize him? How would you utilize him? And I do like the comment earlier that you can either be a defensive replacement for Torres late in the games, or just you can sit Torres for and play DJ instead at second base. He's also a guy who can give Anthony Rizzo a day rest in first base too. So his versatility is there, which is important that sometimes the Yankees don't have right now, aside from Oswaldo Cabrera. So yeah, the stadiums were bigger back in the day, Richie. Yeah, stadiums were bigger. I mean, the center field was like almost 490, which is crazy. You know? Yeah, yeah, well, exactly, Billy. I would bet DJ low in the lineup too. Yep, no doubt about it. DJ Torres, I would bet any one of those guys low in the lineup. There's no point in having them up top right now if they're not hitting or not putting the ball in play and not, anything. Even though Gleyber Torres is still seeing pitches, a lot of pitches, it's still we need his bat to wake up a little bit. Yeah, 463 center. That's 50 over 50 feet, deeper than it is now, which is crazy. Crazy, man. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. 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 And if he has been saying the same thing. Yep. Yes, he has. I don't think so. Honestly, like personally, that's just my opinion. The Phillies City Connect uniform was kind of whack. So like I don't think the Yankees are going to deviate from what they have. And I don't think a City Connect is going to I like their away uniforms a lot. So Um, I can't see the Yankees doing. They're probably going to be the outlier without a City Connect. Honestly, they're probably not interested. Yeah. Um, I just can't see the Yankees doing. I'd be surprised if they did. Aside, I'd be surprised if they did. You know. Well, yeah. I mean, DJ would be better replacing Gleyber Torres if Torres is not hitting, and keeping Cabrera in the lineup. So you just you maximize the offense wherever you can in each position. And if DJ's hitting better than Torres, then he's hitting better than Torres. You know, that's just the way it's got to be. The way it's got to be. So, and it's par for the course. I mean, that it needs to be more that way for the at least with the Yankees. No, come on, yeah, yeah. Stanton leads the team in home runs right now, so I don't know if he's going to be on the bench that much, Joe. No, that's the thing. People love to hate on Stanton. That's for sure. Yep. You want me to go to Texas to play pickleball? I don't know if you're ready. I don't know if you're ready for me. So, are you ready? Huh? Uh, yeah, Joe D played. Yeah, man. A lot of greats played out there, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know if he leads the team in strikeouts, Joe, but he leads the team in home runs. No. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I don't know who has the most strikeouts right now. Yeah, I mean, look, DJ, he's better. He's a better defender than Torres is, right? And he's chomping at the bit to come back here. So, Consigliere, have a great night. Always a pleasure having you on here. I will wrap it up in a minute, too, gang. We're on an hour already, and it's unfortunate that the Yankees have lost three in a row. We have a lot of frustrated Yankee fans, so I totally get it. But it was a pleasure. Love having you on here, Consigliere. My That's my Tom Hagen right there. That's my Tom Hagen. That's right. The Consigliere. Yes, indeed. Do you just look for ways to crap on Stanton? Is that what we're doing here? Who has more career home runs, Stanton or DiMaggio? Stanton. Jack, always a pleasure, man. Have a great night. I don't know, Sunil. I don't know, man. I don't know if you're ready. People blame, of course they are. And if you ain't blaming Boone, they have nothing better to do at that time. They gotta find a way to blame Boone. They gotta find a way to blame Boone. Yeah, DiMaggio, I think he has 361 career home runs. Stanton's over 400. No. I hear you, Billy. Go to the Mets, brother. Yeah, and I want to, yeah, I thank you all for coming on, spending some time with me. It does suck when the Yankees lose, but, we'll take any silver lining we can get. And we'll be here tomorrow rooting for this team to win. It's an afternoon game tomorrow, by the way. It's not an evening game. So just something to keep in mind. So, what time is it? 3 o'clock tomorrow? Is it a 3 o'clock game or 4 o'clock? Let's confirm right now. I'm going to confirm two things, right? That's number one. Tomorrow is tomorrow's Wednesday, right? What the hell? Wednesday, 17th. Yeah, 3:07 p.m. 3:07 p.m. Now let's take a look and see the Yankees Twitter to see if they made any roster moves. They did reassign Josh Masajeski earlier. No roster moves. They outrighted Josh Masajeski off the major league roster onto AAA. So he's officially in AAA now. So yeah, 3:07 p.m. tomorrow. So actually better. No. Blame Boone for damaging or striking out 12 times that year. Here you go, Jack. That's it, man. Yeah, yeah. But remember somebody was saying yesterday, what about Dougie in the doubles machine? He hit two doubles today. Somebody was trying to pick at us yesterday with Dougie. He's coming around, Dougie. And he's legit in left field defensively. But have a great night, everybody. Really, thank you so much for coming on. There's not a lot of people in here anyway. So go relax. Peace and love to all of you, my Yankee family. And we'll be here tomorrow. Not the same time, but the same place. Go Yankees. Over now.